what is the significance of buckwheat in your life?
I hate that nickname.
Hey guys, okay, so we've got a good episode here today. So Tyson and I just talked to JW Johnson, finally had Just Win Johnson on, and it was a good episode. And before we get into that, I want to talk to you a little bit about Wow Sports, Wow Water Sports. So Wow Sports is an outdoor lifestyle brand that brings fun and quality to the lake, boat, pool, and backyard. With a 1-year warranty on all their products and attentive customer service, Wow Sports provides everything you need to create outdoor memories with the family. Visit wowwatersports.com to see their full line of tubes, pool floats, water slides, and more. So that's wowwatersports.com. I was just up north in northern Michigan, us Michiganders, we just call it up north, for the 4th of July, and we were tubing using one of the Wow Sports tubes and just having fun. So great thing to have in the summer. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about our new shop that just launched. So the dink.shop. Go to it. Check it out. Hoodies, hats, tees, and then I'll do one more thing here. If you have an idea for a shirt, funny slogan, or you want some like type of sweater, or I don't know, let us know. We can make it. We're going to be expanding the line. We're going to be testing some different types of products. But right now we've got the basics: shirts, hats, hoodies. You can grab them at the dink.shop. All right. Enjoy the episode. You look like you're getting in the zone.
I'm always in the zone, dude.
What's
always
going on?
in the zone.
We're back.
Yeah, this is it. We're live.
Yeah, we took a week off.
I know. I missed you. Did you miss me?
Yes, but I saw you on TV, so that sufficed.
That's true, but I didn't get to see you on TV.
That's because
so I had to watch
my big break yet.
Yeah, I know. I had to watch old videos of me earning you just to get my fill.
That's a good actually we should just speaking of us playing with each other, we should maybe, I mean, you're going to be in Newport for this, or you're not.
I'm not going to be in Newport. I'm going to the Gamma Classic.
I was going to say we could play in that Duper waterfall together, which is like that $100,000 payout.
I know. It would be nice to get $100,000 playing pickleball, but
as an amateur, well, you win. I think it's like you can win like $1,600 as an amateur per bracket that you win. So like,
we could play all the brackets.
Yeah, you could play like 4 brackets. It's based on Duper, right? So it's supposed to be like equalized.
Yeah,
you could win some good money as an amateur.
I think I'd have to tank my Duper before we get going there, but yeah. That would be fun, but I am going to Gamma Classic, which is a super dope event. And Gamma Pickleball, as we all know, is one of my partners, has been buttering up the Watts family that is football players in the Pittsburgh area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, TJ Watts showed some pickleball stuff, and I know they sent some paddles to some of those guys. So I don't know if any of them will show up to the Gamma Classic, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah, wait, you said something and it sparked my memory. But now I can't remember.
Was it about TJ?
No. What was it about? I just wanted to say that we just started. So we're going to have JW Johnson on. God,
correct.
My brain is moving slow today. Yeah, we're going to have JW Johnson on. He should be jumping on in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so.
Cool.
And he said he was with his family. They were being loud. So that's what happens in pickleball house, probably just hitting pickleballs everywhere. But excited to have him on. But I wanted to catch up with you before we get into it with him. All right. So tell me a little bit. For those who don't know, Tyson is back on TV competing in the Challenge
USA.
The Challenge USA.
And
on
CBS.
We're 2 episodes in. And Tyson seems to be the obvious front runner, has won back-to-back competitions.
Yeah, which is pretty good with 28 people in the house,
I
and
would
I
say
win
so.
2 in a row. Like those odds are like pretty slim that I'm going to win 2 in a row. So pretty impressive.
My favorite part was when you're doing the swimming and you're like grabbing the numbers and hanging, you're jumping back in the water, coming back to shore, like you're trying not to breathe hard. And then the massive NFL player, like elite athlete, is
Uh-huh.
like, God, Tyson's such an animal.
Yeah. Am I not an elite athlete?
No, I wasn't saying that. It's just funny to see like the most intimidating guy on the
Uh-huh.
show be like, oh God, Tyson's insane.
Yeah, I am definitely striking fear into these guys. And it's like I'm unassuming. Danny, who you're referring to, Danny McCray,
Yeah.
who played with the Cowboys, I think, for 6 seasons. He,
Good little run
yeah, he had a good run.
before the CTE sets in.
No, I don't know. But he's now like working for the Cowboys organization, running their kids camps and stuff. He did tell me, because I did at some point, I was like, "Are people scared of me yet?" And he said yes, but he also said, uh, "Tyson, you are way stronger than you look." He's like, "It is crazy how much stronger you are than you look." And I was like, "Dad strength, guys."
Yeah, that's got to be it. I mean, how do you feel about the little black outfits they put you in?
I
That
hate
would be,
those.
yeah,
I
that would
hate
be my
them,
biggest, like the skin tight.
dude. And they're like, "Hey, here's an extra small Tyson. This should fit." And I was like, "But
Right.
how do I hide my dad bod part?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you don't." I was like, "Okay."
Probably better
Uh,
for you. People underestimate you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I didn't have like it's whatever. Like that's the thing is those tight, skin tight black tank toppy things that are like
Yeah.
lycra. I definitely prefer all of my Fila gear to that. So I wish they would have let me wear that on the show.
Yeah. My mom and I were watching again. I made her watch it with me. We were up
Hmm.
north in northern Michigan, and
Let me guess, she's a fan or she hates me. One of the
she
two.
thinks you're funny. She thinks some of the other contestants are out there,
Hmm.
as they are. I think
That's
they're
true.
definitely
That's how
compared one.
reality TV works.
Yeah, right. But we were talking about TJ Lavin, and like, he comes out for the first time and everyone's like, "Oh my God." But it's like, I don't know, and maybe you won't have an opinion on this, but I feel like he's sort of awkward for such a prolific TV host.
He is a little bit, but he's lived quite a life.
Yeah,
So, but he's a nice guy, and he he had like a head injury, like a very serious head injury BMXing, and he
is
had to
that his
think. I think,
background?
and yeah, he's a former pro extreme X Games BMX style guy, like big jump stuff, and he took a landing super wrong, was in ICU for a long time, had to
Yeah,
teach himself how to like move again and talk again and all that stuff. So yeah, but he's a cool guy. I wasn't as excited to see him as everybody else because I was like,
yeah,
I already knew that he was the host of the show.
right,
So why would I act surprised that he's there?
yeah. Um, all right, my last takeaway is
Hmm.
Alyssa Lopez.
What do you think?
She had my leak,
Yeah, I mean,
dude, dude, dude.
I can text her right now and see.
Text her.
I think she has a boyfriend, but
Not on her Instagram.
okay. You're following her?
I did some research. I mean,
Yeah, dude. Okay. I won't tell her that you're creeping a little bit. I'll just
I'm not
I'll put it
you
out
just no,
there.
you got to market it differently, right?
Yeah.
Like
Tell me how.
he, I don't know. You just smooth it over. You're good with that
He
stuff.
essentially swiped right.
Yeah, I'm swiping right on her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll let her know. I talked to her quite a bit.
Do you?
Yeah.
Looks like she lives down in Sarasota. I did.
Yeah. Oh,
I did do her.
okay. Okay. Red flag. Let me text her and tell her not to let people know where she lives
No, I
anymore.
have my point is I have family down there. So,
Okay.
I recognize some of those scenes.
You tell me when you're down there,
Okay. We'll set
and
it up.
I'll make the love connection if she wants that.
Good pickleball down there in Sarasota. You
Yeah.
go down and play.
Okay.
My aunt and uncle are from Sarasota, and I played with them over the 4th, and they've gotten significantly better.
Are you better than them?
Yeah.
Okay. But they gave you some
Should I
good
say
games
no?
or what? No, you should say
Yeah,
yes.
no, so my family, I mean, we
Your
have,
family all plays pickleball.
yeah, there's 17 cousins,
Uh-huh.
10
And
aunts and uncles and
you like stay
grandparents.
in touch with your cousins and all that stuff?
Yeah, like a lot.
That's crazy, dude. I don't even know most of my cousins.
Everybody is good at pickleball.
That's awesome. That's fun.
So it's just like endless for days. So much fun.
I play with my in-laws, my two brother-in-laws, Rachel's two brothers, Gavin and Chad. You've met at least one of them. I don't know if you met both of them when you came out here, but they're taller than me. They're younger than me. They move a little bit quicker than me. And so I have a pretty good group to play with. And then one of them's wife also plays with us, Gina. And so we have like a foursome right there. And then I went to Rachel's family reunion last week in Utah. That's where I was. That's why also we didn't record last week.
Yeah.
And I got a huge group to play of like her cousins and stuff. And one of her cousins is married to a professional basketball player who came out and played with us as well.
How was he?
He was pretty good. He plays once in a while. Yeah.
I feel like basketball skill doesn't translate.
He was surprisingly good, honestly. And he hadn't played that much recently, but he had played in the past. And he said he hadn't played for a couple months. His touch was like, which I feel like is the hardest to master, is like the touch and the slowdowns. He was like pretty proficient, like surprisingly good. So it was some good games.
Got it. You know what's been helping my game?
Tell.
For somebody who's still not yet 30, though
you're not drilling. You don't tell me you're drilling.
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not. But I have a million different injuries, including like a tennis elbow. So we're working with this brand Incrediwear now.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me this sleeve. God, how do I get it on the camera?
That's incredible. Yeah, it's like a sleeve that goes over. It's a sleeve that goes over your elbow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking too.
Yeah,
so
it's very
I've been
cool.
using this and feeling like Jessie Irvin out there.
Ooh, does she wear one of those?
I think she does. I think she's swagged out by Incrediwear as well.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, nice.
Was that one on purpose? Yeah, that one I almost didn't say it again because I already said it, but I was like, you got to. I mean, it's built right into the thing.
Got it. Yeah, it's not one of those like compression sleeves where it's like going to actually slow down healing.
Yeah,
like it actually promotes blood flow, so like you can get more of like a organic, quicker heal. But I do like the tension, so it's not compression, but like tension on it. But they are offering listeners 15% off with code DINK15, all caps DINK 15, and that's at Incrediwear.com. So that's Increda. WEAR.com.
Cool.
Yeah. We're going to have J-Dub jump on here pretty soon.
Okay.
But let me take a sip of my Fit Aid, obviously.
Wow. Another shout out already? 2 in a row.
That one was natural. That one was, both were natural. That one was very natural.
That was really natural until I
think they're getting that one
for
free. They're getting that one for free.
Nice.
So J-Dub responded to the invite, or I sent him like the link to this thing.
Yeah.
His email address. I won't read it.
Yeah.
But it has buckwheat in it. So I assume that that's some sort of like childhood nickname that we have to ask him about.
Well, I think it's a Little Rascals reference, maybe.
Exactly. He identifies with buckwheat, Little Rascals.
Is he already in the background waiting to jump on or no?
No.
Oh,
but he will
just killing time till he gets here.
No, dude, we're not killing time. We're never killing time.
That's true.
Can't say that about our time. That's not good. Can't say that about our podcast.
What else we got going on in the world of pickleball?
So did you see? Oh, speak of the devil, here he is. He's throwing his headphones on. Good.
Let's let him in.
I like it.
He knows he's a pro. Put those headphones on.
Absolutely. Echoes in here.
What's
Yeah,
up,
what's
J
Going
Dub?
on?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Good.
Good, man. Where are you right now?
At home, Boynton Beach. Just training, getting ready for Beer City. That's basically it right now.
Playing in Beer City. You're going to Michigan. That's my home state.
Oh yeah, you gonna be playing?
No.
You gonna be playing me? No.
I played.
You
I did
should.
play. I played pro in it last year.
Oh really?
Didn't go so well. I did get 9
Alright.
points on Rob Nunnery though, so that's my takeaway from that one.
Wow, that's a big shame for Rob Nunnery.
Yeah, super
Uh,
shameful.
That's all that
yeah.
matters right there.
J Dub, any predictions on this Beer City outing you're about to embark upon?
Just overall.
Yeah, pain for your opponents.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of good players when you're playing that one. I know Zane's coming back after not playing a few in California. So he's going to be coming back to the singles and doubles. So that's going to be tough, of course. And then there's all the other players that we're, of course, playing. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a pretty tough tournament. And I'm especially excited for the like mini MLP thing they have going on after that.
Yeah, that will be. Is that the Pickleball Night in America?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to touch on something there. You said Zane's coming back after a couple weeks off. In your experience, when someone takes those weeks off, do they come back stronger, or do they take a little time readjusting to competition?
Depends. Some people come back stronger than before, and then others maybe take maybe a tournament, but then they start to get the feel back and stuff. But I think it'll come back pretty strong. So hopefully we'll try to be ready for that, especially the spin serves and all that stuff. So we'll see. But yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't release this episode until after, so that Zane doesn't hear how afraid of him you are.
Oh, got it. Thank you. Sounds good.
We look out for our guests around here, J-Dub. You're safe with us.
Love it. Sounds good.
You're at home right now. So are Georgia and your mother Julie off screen right now?
Yeah, they're here. Yeah.
So what's it?
So you can't talk about them?
Oh, I can talk about them as much as I want. Yeah, that's fine.
What's it like growing up in a household that's just like packed with talent like that?
It's probably normal for
it's
him.
Good because
yeah,
yeah, kind of. But no, I mean, it's good because we can always go and practice with each other a lot. Like even if there's nobody else around, we can always just go drill or do whatever and stuff like that. So obviously that helps a lot. But obviously we also have a lot of other great players here too. So it's nice to have that option.
Yeah, like who's in the area with you guys?
We got like James, Anna. We got the Waters, Eden, and Andre.
Right.
We got my mom and Mirja, players like that. So we got a pretty good group. So yeah, I mean,
it's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. So
got it.
How often are you meeting up with people like that to play? Are you seeing those people every day?
Oh, well, we pretty much meet up with them like every day.
Okay.
Because all of them want to play every day. So especially Gabe Tardio, he also wants to play a lot too. So we play with all of them. So it's basically a daily practice. We get to play with all of them.
Yeah.
So and Thomas is going to roll his eyes at this. I was a former pro cyclist. I love to tell people that all the time. Guys would want to train with me constantly. So I would either go out and do my morning workout without telling anybody and then come back in the afternoon and train with guys and be a little exhausted. And that would boost their self-confidence because they'd be like, oh, I'm staying up with Tyson. No big deal. Or if I hadn't done my training session in the morning and was going out with them, I would hold back so they couldn't see the full Tyson. Is that something you do when you play with some of these guys?
Nah, I pretty much try to win everything. So
okay.
I just try to go out there Just try to win all the games. That way they don't get too much trash talk on me. So otherwise,
Okay,
then
so
they're
you're
gonna
just
start trash
demoralizing
talking
them in
nonstop.
practice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
like it.
any way I can. I mean, what were you gonna say?
Who of that group is like is the toughest in singles? Like Tardio, Ignatowicz, those are the two that kind of jumped out at me. Are there any other singles players?
Yeah, I mean, Gabe and James, I'd say is probably the top 2 singles players for sure.
Well, they should pay you, dude, because you are training with them every day, and now both their names are coming up more and more.
You just gave me an idea. I'm gonna have to start telling them that now.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. We'll see how much they'll
Yeah.
probably pay like 2 dimes and say, yeah, here's your money. Let's go
Yeah.
play. So that's probably all they do. But yeah,
That's
say
fine.
that
Money's
next time.
money, bro. It all adds up.
Exactly. So and then there's also a lot of singles players, but they're in the other, so they're in the like Naples area. So that's a little far for us, but there's a lot of great players here in Florida too.
Got it. Okay, let's talk about singles a little bit. Okay, we had Travis Rettenmeyer on, and he might be your biggest advocate, but that conversation sparked a bit of debate as far as who's number one in singles. And I think people like to throw out Tyson McGuffin. They like to throw out Zane Navratil, maybe some other names, but the two obvious are you and Ben. What do you think of Ben's game? And if I'm correct, you've only taken one match from him, right? What do you think of his game overall, and how do you see your trajectory versus his? At what point are you going to take down Ben and be number one? That's my direct question to you.
I mean, like obviously he's a very good player all around, singles, mixed doubles, men's doubles, all of it. He has a lot of great tricky shots that catches me off guard sometimes. But he covers the court really well too. But I'm just trying to learn his patterns, watch previous videos, see what I do wrong, and see how I can improve. And then I try to do them sometimes in practice. But I mean, I know every time I played him, I've done better. So
right.
I think I'll just keep doing better from there. So I think next time I'll probably do better again. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you watch a lot of film in your training? Is that pretty common for you?
Yeah, I do. I don't really like to watch the ones that I lose, but sometimes I have to do that, and then
Yeah.
I'll just learn from those. But yes, I do watch quite a bit of videos.
That's your punishment if you lose, is that you have to watch it on repeat until you win?
Sometimes, yeah, it's a mental grind when I have to watch those ones. It's pretty tough, but yeah, sometimes I do that for sure.
On your Instagram, you're pretty notorious for putting in a lot of hard work. Is that real? Is all of that work real? Like I see you like in the water, in the shallows at the beach with your pickleball paddle, with your trainer throwing balls at you. Then you're doing a lot of sand work. Is that like just for the gram to like stress your opponents out? Or is that real legit work? I love it. Like I think your Instagram game is what more professional pickleball players' Instagram game should be, where you're showing why you're so good and how you're so good and how you're maintaining it and how you're improving. And I think that's what a lot of fans want to see from professional pickleball players, that they're not getting that inside baseball of like, this is what JW does. So is that all real?
Yeah,
is that real stuff?
It's actually real. Yes, I know it's hard to believe, but it's actually real. It's not like a James and Adams when he did the martial arts training, but it is something like that. Yeah. So yes, it's actually real. So just to make sure.
Okay. Yeah. And how many hours a day are you spending working on pickleball? Just in general, is it like 24/7? Every single thing you do is measured, your diet, your sleep, your relaxation, all of that? Or do you have some time off?
No, I have some time off, but usually for just like playing pickleball, it's usually every day, probably 3 to 6 hours a day usually, 1 day off a week. and then that is just kind of routine, just like that usually.
What's a split like singles to doubles in terms of how much you're playing each?
In practice,
Yeah.
in practice we honestly hardly ever play singles. It's mostly doubles, just because first off, I don't really want to play singles in practice very much. I just kind of get bored, and then I just want to start the hands battle. So of course that's mainly in doubles. So therefore,
Yeah, right.
I just like playing doubles all the time. I just love trash talking the opponent so much. So
I mean,
that's all short.
you just accidentally trash talked. You're like, I get bored playing singles against Ignatowicz. And
was that
Gabe.
accident though? Maybe that was on purpose, Thomas.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll let them know today when I play with them too that it's just they gotta make it more exciting for me.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel when Tyson and I play. I'm like, all right, where are the good players?
I believe I
Oh,
won
so
that
good.
thing. J-Dub, when you talk about trash talk, is that just in practice? Are you trash talking like at these? Are you getting in people's heads verbally at tournaments?
Verbally, me?
Yeah.
No.
Because you seem pretty
I
quiet.
don't,
Like I didn't know because you're saying trash talking, so I didn't know if that was something like how Michael Jordan is like renowned for like pinching his opponent and smiling and then saying some real nasty stuff to him, and then nobody knows what happened. They just assume Michael Jordan's joking, but he's like saying something gnarly.
no. Like in tournaments, I'll keep quiet, but on the court, I'll start trash talking, like just in practice.
Okay.
But no, I can't seem to do it in tournaments. I don't think I'll start doing that anytime soon. So.
Okay. Well, there needs to be a John McEnroe of pickleball. So that spot's still available, I think, if it ever comes to that.
Oh yeah.
A request for your future Instagram, some trash talking in practice. Can you set that up for us so we can see it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I can do that pretty easily.
Yes,
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys come past me, I'll set it up too.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to be trash
that.
talked by you. I actually thrive off of people trash talking me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
wait,
where are you again? Did you say Boynton Beach?
Yeah, Boynton Beach, Florida.
Is that east side of Florida?
Yeah, so it's pretty close to Delray. It's like 15 minutes from Delray.
All right. I'm gonna
Thomas
see.
is Google mapping it. Come on, Thomas.
Right,
you got family in Florida, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm in the south. I'm in the southeast. Okay. Maybe we'll make this happen, J-Dub. I'm just gonna show up one day.
Cool.
You're gonna show up?
Let's do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
we go to some events. Like maybe at the next event we're all at, we can get some content.
Okay, for sure. Are you guys gonna go to Beer City?
I'm not going to be at Beer City. Neither is Thomas. Thomas is going to be at the Newport, the MLP Newport event. But I have a scheduling conflict. So the next for sure time that we will all meet up is Columbus in October. Is that right? Is that when that is?
Gonna be getting cold.
I
but
believe
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, because I get to pull out my Fila cold weather stuff. It looks dope.
Nice.
All right, can't wait.
Yeah, I know you can't, dude.
It sounds awesome. Okay.
Okay, J-Dub. So I would say that you probably have the best understanding of the landscape of singles pickleball. When you look around at some of the other players kind of rising through the ranks, who are some that you've played and you're like, oh, they're very talented. It's just a matter of time, maybe before they start actually getting on the podium. Are there any kind of underdogs that you've spotted that maybe other people aren't turned on to yet?
I mean, James is definitely. I know James has like gone on the podium, but I think he'll do a lot better because he's really moving a lot more, doing a lot more stuff than he was like a few months ago. Obviously, Federico is doing really well. Actually, Dylan Frazier just had a really good singles tournament in LA actually. So he's doing better. So and then there's some players here in Florida that are like playing tennis, and they're gonna start I hope transferring over, and I think those
Yeah.
guys are going to be really good pretty soon as well. So I think it's just a matter of time.
Are there any of these guys where you're like, I've got to squash them out before they reach their full potential?
Well, like I said, yeah. I mean, in practice, I just always try to win everything. So yeah, I just gotta try and see if I can demoralize them just enough. So yeah.
Okay, keep asserting your dominance. Smart. I should have done that with Thomas instead of giving him a few points. Now he feels like he can beat me.
So that's what happened. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah. Here's what you're gonna get is a lot of honesty out of Tyson when he talks about when we played. Lots of
only honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost always honest unless I'm playing a game show for money on TV.
No, I got you. That's
nice. Okay, so I have another question for you. You mentioned Dylan Frazier. Okay. You guys frequently play doubles together, and there's something similar about your game, and I want to get your thoughts on it. You both stand pretty imposingly at the kitchen line. You aren't frequently moving back. Like, I mean, you're often taking balls out of the air, but you both hold your paddles like suspectly low. It's like you're almost baiting your opponent into speeding up at you. Is that something that you do deliberately?
Actually, no, I don't know. I don't really know why I started doing that, but this is just kind of what I've always done. Obviously, yeah, if they, I guess it could be kind of a bait, which I kind of want. I kind of want those hand battles all the time.
Yeah.
But no, this just kind of, it just kind of happened. I mean, I know I watch myself play, and I always see my paddles like dragging the ground while others are always like hold their paddles up, but that's just always what felt comfortable to me, so I just kept up with it.
You talk about the hand battles constantly, and you're renowned for having really, really fast hands. What can someone do to improve their paddle speed at the kitchen line? Is there something specifically that they can do every day when they play, or like in their home even, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was kind of just like playing tournaments a lot and just playing the same players over and over and figuring out patterns and stuff like that. But for people that really want to do that, just like play at home type of stuff, I don't know, maybe just do a lot of hand battles with just different people, or just try to figure out patterns on where they're trying to hit it, I guess. So I guess that's probably one way to do it.
Do you feel like nobody? Go ahead, Tyson.
I was just going to say, if you're watching patterns of different opponents, you're at that point expecting something different depending on who's across the net from you, and so how are you adjusting accordingly to that? Are you putting your paddle somewhere else to be ready for something, or you're just looking for something, or you just assume that like I know a lot of players, you can see their paddle move to where the ball's going to be hit before their opponent even hits the ball. Is that the type of thing you're talking about?
Yeah, kind of like that. And sometimes it's also just the body position too. If you can tell where the other opponent's going, then just move over and try to cover that. But yeah, kind of a little bit of both, kind of a mix like that.
Okay.
I feel like you're pretty confident with your hands battles. Is there anybody who, when you're playing against, you're like, all right, I got to be a little bit more cautious before I speed up against this guy or this girl?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm playing Riley, I try not to hit to his annoying pancake thing.
Yeah, right.
Down.
Is that the wiper?
The scorpion?
I don't know.
The scorpion?
I guess that's what they're calling it now, yeah. But definitely him. There's really a couple of, obviously, Ben, because he anticipates very well. Other than that, obviously Dylan has really good hands too, but yeah, just a few like those kind of players. You just gotta be a little bit more cautious with.
Yeah. All right, Tyson, who else comes to mind? For me, I'm thinking like Deckel.
Me?
You? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you haven't played me before, J-Dub. We're keeping that secret. I'm training so much in secret. I'm not posting it on Instagram so that you don't know. And it will surprise you.
That's a good strategy. Yeah, well, yeah.
You talk about Riley in the hand battle. Would you like to see him play singles? Are there people specifically like that you would want us to see play singles? You think they would thrive at singles? Because we see some people just like avoid singles almost all the time. Mm-hmm. Who would be really great that won't play singles?
Well, I'd like to see Riley play singles just because he doesn't like hitting forehand. So I'd like to see how many times he can run around his forehand and not get tired of hitting the backhand. Other than that, I guess I kind of want to see Matt Wright play singles. I kind of want
who just gave you a look off camera? Who just looked at you? What were they saying?
They just started laughing when I said that.
Oh,
okay. And why do you want to see Matt Wright play singles? Just so you can see him sweat?
Sweat? No, just so I can see him move.
Okay.
On the court, I know he just likes running up his one side, so I'd like to see how he would move just quite a bit. I assume that wouldn't be too much, but I don't know. Maybe he might surprise me. So you never know. Ryan Sherry surprised me too, so you never know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love watching Sherry play. All right, so I think you also just the nature of pickleball. It's like you don't necessarily have to be an official pro to enter the pro bracket, right? So you end up playing against these high level players who aren't quite like elite pros yet. What are some of the things that like, okay, you come across this guy, like he's playing really well, but he's not quite hitting podiums or he's not even like a top 50 player. Like what are some quick or easy adjustments or tweaks that these types of players on the double side can make in their game that you commonly see as like maybe like a downfall of theirs that they could sort of flip this switch or make this adjustment in how they're playing and it could really improve their game. And it's sort of just like highlighting the difference between high level and like elite pro level play and like what you notice.
I mean, a lot of it is like a shot selection and just patience. Because I know a lot of them just like to speed up quite a bit and just try to get the point over with quickly instead of like trying to set up the point. Think about it quite a bit and just speed up at the right times. Obviously, a lot of players just go out there for fun and just start playing. But for the ones that like actually want to make it to the pros, I'd say that's the main thing I'd see is just a shot selection and the patience, basically.
Right. A tendency to maybe get overly offensive quickly in the point when it's not quite there.
Yeah, basically so, which I really want to do a lot of the time as well. But then I know if I want to win, probably shouldn't do that too much. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, but that's the best way to play though. Hands battles all day.
That's the most fun right there. Even if you get hit, I mean, that's the most fun. So. Except for when you get hit.
Are there certain spots you look for on your opponent to target with the ball? I mean, everybody says chicken wing or like, the shoulder. Like, are there certain spots that you kind of look for every time, like maybe like your go-to?
Yeah, definitely. Especially like sometimes if I can see before I'm hitting the ball which way they're setting up for like a forehand or backhand. Obviously, I'll try to hit it to the opposite side. So there's a lot of times I'll try and like look for that, or I'll just know from playing previous players which side they set up on more, and then I'll just try to go to the opposite side usually.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And then what about like pattern recognition generally? I think that's something we hear a lot about, trying to just foresee what the opponent's going to do based on the move they just made. Like, are there certain patterns you look for, or just how do you think about pattern recognition generally, and how can players leverage that to improve their own play?
I mean, obviously, like I said before, videos you can go look at a lot, or you can even just go in and see them play like in person is helpful too. Just so you can see what they do, like 9 times out of 10.
Right.
And then from there, I mean, you just kind of get a feel for it, basically, I think. So.
I wanted to have you, I was going to have Thomas name some pro players that you have had lots of hands battles with, and then you tell us what their weakness in the hands battles are. But that might be exposing too much. Is that exposing too much?
Maybe.
Let's try one. Thomas, who you got?
Pickleball.
Yeah,
Pickleball. What's his weakness when you come to a hands battle?
Pickleball?
Yep.
Yeah.
You must want to play real bad then, huh? All right. The Pickleball. Well, I can't say too much because I'm playing with him next weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm playing with him.
Oh, you're playing with him so that your opponents will utilize that knowledge against you?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
someone else, Thomas. Someone else.
All right.
No.
Let's do someone on the PPA side. Go there.
Someone on the PPA side.
Okay. I'm looking at the list here. What about well, let's go with Riley's former longtime partner, Tyson McGuffin.
Ooh, okay. All right. That's fair. So his weak points, that's what you want?
Weak points in hands battles. Like, what are you, because you study a lot of film. I'm assuming that a lot of these high level guys that you meet up with over and over again, you know their gap in their game.
All right.
This is a good question.
I'd probably, it's a really good question. Usually when I'm playing him, I'll try, because usually I think he's in front of me, at least for the men's doubles. So usually I'll try and go to his backhand a little bit more, because usually he's trying to hit a lot of forehands. So usually I'll try to flick it at his backhand, and then when he does counter, I'll just try to be sitting on my backhand, just keep going at him. And then obviously if he adjusts, I'll adjust as well, go to his forehand a little bit more. But mainly he likes to try and slide over and hit the forehand. So I'll try and go to his backhand a little bit more.
Okay.
And then other than that, I mean, off the bounce, I don't really speed up much to him off the bounce. But if I do, maybe the body or to the backhand. So kind of
interesting. Okay. You sort of, let's touch on that for a second. So speeding up off the bounce versus taking it out of the air. Do you recommend to kind of lean toward one of those over the other? Obviously, it's always going to be circumstantial, but for me, I actually probably speed up more off the bounce. Am I doing it wrong? Am I thinking about it wrong?
No, I mean, it's good to have a mix of both, actually. I know a lot of players, like obviously Riley, and then even Colin, actually, Matt, they'll all speed up off the bounce like quite a bit. So I think it's actually good to have a mix of both of those. So no, I think taking it off the bounce is good as well.
Right.
So yeah,
but
I
if
think you're doing good.
If you're taking it off the bounce, you probably want to incorporate a bit more of deception or concealing your shot, right?
For sure, yeah. I think Matt Wright does a very good job of that, disguising his speed ups quite a bit, like off the bounce. Riley does sometimes, but I think he mainly just wants to try to hit the person, which is fine. I mean, it works for him, so I should probably try it too. We'll see.
Okay, try that.
Matt's another one who has really fast hands, and I don't think we bring him up that much, but his hands are ridiculously quick. And he's kind of like you and Dylan, where not a lot of movement, right? Like he's like his feet are planted, and he's just keeping that paddle out in front of him, and just it's like rapid fire.
For sure, absolutely, I agree. Yeah, he's insanely fast with the hands for sure.
Got it. Who's your, so you're playing with Deckel next week and you play with Dylan a lot. Who's your favorite men's player to play with?
You guys like
Wow.
the controversy questions, don't you? Huh?
It's not controversial. If somebody gets upset about that question, they got thin skin. Let's just say, all right, besides Deckel, right? Because you're playing with him next week.
Okay. Well, for men's doubles, yes, I really like playing with Dylan. We have a really good time on the court. And then for the mix, I'd probably say my sister, just because we have a really good time together. Obviously, we have a lot of good chemistry. We play a lot here at home, so I'd probably say that's my favorite for the mixed and men's. So
And she's in the room staring at you.
Mm.
yeah, she's giving me a stare right now, so I have to be careful with what I say right now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you play with your sister. You also live in the same house, right? If things don't go how you want them to at a tournament, how long is there like a silent treatment period for between you and Georgia before you get back on terms?
If I beat it, was that what your question was?
No, like if you're playing together and
Oh,
you
okay.
both blame each other for maybe not doing as well as you thought you should, is there a silent treatment period where you're like not talking to each other and like breakfast is tense and there's a lot of like passive aggressive comments made to your mom about the other one while they're in the room listening?
Yeah, no, I don't think we've done the passive aggressive stuff, but no, usually
Oh, that's
usually
very
it
passive
only be
aggressive to say.
well, yeah. Well, usually it'll maybe only an hour, 2 hours after we lose, but that's about it. Obviously, if we lose and we're still playing, that's different. Maybe just a couple of minutes, but when the day's over, I'm just happy to be playing with her, because she's my sister and we love each other. So probably just
That's
an
good.
hour or two. Nothing more than that.
Okay, that's pretty good because I can imagine playing with my siblings and like either them like raging at me or me like internal rage and just being like, I just have to have like a timeout for a couple weeks. So,
Oh,
and
wow.
Thomas is
Okay.
notorious for not being able to play with anybody from his family.
Oh, got it. Okay, pretty tough.
I made that up about him.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What else you got, Thomas?
Okay, so you talked about playing with Georgia. So she's really improved her game lately. Would you just say like that's attributed to the fact that you guys are just training all the time? And I don't know, what do you see for her future? I mean, she's playing really well and, making podiums on the singles and doubles side.
No, yeah, she's been doing very well lately. Obviously, she's come a long ways, and actually just like the last couple of months too. Doing very well in singles. Obviously, in doubles, she's getting to the finals a lot now. And then women's double, I mean, mixed and women's doubles, she's getting to the finals almost every time now. So she's doing very well with that. It's been exciting to see, from just a couple of months ago how well she's doing now. So
and you don't think it's time to squash her out before she gets too good?
Well, that's why I'm playing with her.
Okay.
So I don't lose. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's definitely exciting for sure.
I like to ask a lot of the pros this. I'm assuming you add weight to your paddle. Is that correct?
Sorry, I didn't hear you cut out.
Do you add weight to your paddle?
Oh, okay. Yes, I do add a little bit of weight. How much I don't know how much total, but I just know I always do it on the throat of the paddle.
On a third of the paddle?
On the throat. Mm-hmm. On the throat? You said
on the third.
On the throat, yeah.
On the throat of the paddle on both sides. Okay.
Yeah.
You got that, Tyson?
Yeah, I got it. And so, but you don't know how much your paddles weigh. You just go based on feel. Do you go based on feel, or do you go on the length of the paddle? Is how much the like based on where you put that?
Mostly just go on feel. I'm always messing around with the lead tape, trying different places. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, mainly just on feel. That's it.
So
What
you
do
get a
you-
new paddle.
No.
You go to the court with a
What do you
roll of
say?
lead tape.
Sorry.
So you get hypothetical. You get a new paddle in the mail. You take a roll of lead
Mhm.
tape, you add what you think you want on there, you swing it around in your living room, you take the lead tape to the court, and you mess around with it there and take some off or add a little here and there until you've perfected it. How long does that process take? And is that pretty much how it goes?
Yeah, well, I already I already know how I like it. But yeah, usually I'll just mess around with it at the house. Just put some on, have some, just go out to the court, and if I don't like it, just take it off and wait for the next practice, and then put some on, and then take it off if I don't like it again. So yeah, I'm just constantly messing around with it, just trying to see what I like and what I don't like. So just kind of goes like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I typically put it on the top of my paddle and not on the sides. And so I sort of I look around, and I'm probably one of the very few people who do that. So I'm always wondering if I'm doing it wrong, but I can say that I can hit a hell of a smash. I can really put the ball away now. So that's like the one definite benefit.
Hey, well, if you can put away a ball, that's a big thing right there. Doesn't matter about the hand bounce or anything else, just as long as you can put it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So when you're training, what have you been focused on lately? Is there any component of your game, singles or doubles, that you're pretty focused on improving right now? I mean, you watch all that film.
That's true. Yeah. I'm mainly just focusing on like trying to be a little more aggressive, just kind of like speed up more, drive more, just uh kind of more like aggressive plays like that. And then singles, I don't know. Singles, I'm just running around and hitting the ball. That's all I'm focused on there. But yeah, for doubles, just mainly just aggressive plays more. So that's kind of it.
Got it. More aggressive. Tyson, should I be more or less aggressive with my play?
I mean, I haven't seen you play for almost a year now.
I can tell you the answer.
You should be less aggressive.
That's correct.
Yeah, I knew that because you put it all together. You'd like to speed up. You speed up too often. We went over all of that. I should also probably be a little less. Sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I should definitely tone down the aggression. But it also depends on who I'm playing with. Like if Thomas is across the net from me, all I'm trying to do is hit him in the face with the pickleball.
And I'm trying to do the same thing
and
to
he's
you.
trying to do the same thing to me.
And our partners are having literally the worst time they've ever had playing pickleball.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And I'll
like
play
doing
with
that
guys.
too. That's the most.
I'll play with
Go
guys
ahead.
sometimes who keep trying to body bag me, and I'll say, okay, if you body bag me 5 times in this game, I will make a compilation of it and put it on Instagram. Nobody's been able to do that yet.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait till we play then.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah, you're going to be really impressed, J-Dub.
All I have to do is lay down. Then there's like nothing, like duck even if it's just a soft shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually get my paddle
Okay.
in front of me enough that I don't get tagged in the body.
Dang. Okay. Well, I hope I have good enough aim. So we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, start working on it now.
It's hard to tag Gabe because he can turn invisible if you turn sideways. So it's pretty tough.
I'm pretty thin too, so.
Yeah. Oh no. Another one of those. Okay. I see now. All right. Sounds good.
What else you got, Thomas?
Well, so I wanted to ask about your recent surge in Instagram content. Is that Georgia masterminding those videos?
Is she the one doing the Instagram videos? No. I mean,
really?
It's
all you. It's all him. He takes full credit.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, not at all. No. We have someone that does the Instagram stuff for us. But we also like come up with some ideas sometimes and just tell them let's do this, and then they'll agree to it and then just post it.
So you have a social media manager.
Yeah, kind of, yes.
Okay.
Got
And is
it.
it the same manager for your account and Georgia's account?
Yeah, so she does both of ours.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I thought about doing that before. I actually asked around and talked to a few people, but then we decided not to.
Yeah, a
Managing
lot of people saying.
managing social media or someone managing your social
Someone
media?
managing my social media.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, you want to
Yeah,
be a
a lot of
social
people are
media
saying.
man?
Yeah. No, I'll manage
Yeah.
your social media, J-Dub. Give me your passwords.
Oh yeah. All right. When we're off screen, maybe.
Okay.
All right, I've got a content idea for you though.
Okay.
Georgia's always the one interviewing. You're always the interviewee. I want you to start conducting some interviews. I want you on the mic leading the
You
question.
want me on the mic?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You think it'll be that interesting or what?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, man. No,
All right.
one thing I've noticed is like I think when I first started watching you play, I mean you're still pretty quiet when you're out there on the court and like you're pretty composed. And I think other players probably find that pretty intimidating, right? Like you're not super vocal, not a ton of facial expressions. But I think like over the last year, and I would say I particularly noticed it at Major League Pickleball, like you started to show a little bit more personality out there, like coming out of the shell. Now you're doing content. And I think people really appreciate that side of you. And I'm saying, let's take it a step further. Let's get you on the mic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I just thank Travis for that because I don't usually get picked up too many times. So when he picked me up, I was quite surprised. And then obviously, he was very energetic with the on the sidelines as well. So that was pretty funny and exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, MLP definitely was a lot of fun about that. So all right, I'll tell him I got to be the interviewer now. I'll do that.
Perfect. I mean, just mess
like
around
it.
with it. See, you might just broadcasting maybe is your number one thing and pickleball is your number two thing. We don't know until we try.
All right, sounds good. I'll do that.
So speaking of that final match in Major League Football, would you say that was the most like emotional match you've ever played? Are there any other matches you can point to where you were like, man, I really, really wanted to win that one, whether you won or lost?
Yes. No, I think that was probably the one match because obviously
Yeah.
there was 25K on the line, so I was really wanting that real bad. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
really?
I was really into that match for
Well,
sure.
what were you gonna buy? Did you start,
Were
like,
you already
buying
spending
things
the
in
money?
future? Yeah.
Yeah, I was not thinking that far ahead. I was already thinking save it in the bank. So
No.
I wasn't thinking. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Pretty
So
boring,
responsible.
but I know responsible and boring. Yeah, I get that. So
J-Dub, not to rehash all these painful memories, but since Thomas already brought it up, there was a lot of question about not taking timeouts in those moments of those final games at MLP. What, like, if going back to that moment, not even like considering hindsight at all, why did you not take a timeout? Do you prefer to not take a timeout in those moments? Or, like, what was going on?
Well, usually in doubles, I'll take time out sometimes, but at that time, I really don't. I can't give you an answer. I don't know. Probably just wasn't smart enough to take a timeout or something like that. I don't know. But hopefully, I learned from the mistake and we'll change it next time. We'll see.
So you think that it was a mistake that you did not call timeouts there, and you had no reasoning for not calling a timeout?
Yeah, there's actually no reason why I did not call one though, because there was plenty of chances to, and I did not. So I can't give you an answer why.
Okay. I didn't know if there was reasoning behind not calling a timeout, or if that was just like a brain fart or what. So, but we see that happen in professional sport all the time, and you do learn from it. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hopefully next time, I'll think more about if I really want the 25K or if I want a little bit less.
Maybe if you start future spending it, that'll help you. It's a mentality thing.
Maybe so.
Yeah, if you go spend 25K right now, take out a loan, then out of desperation, you will have to win the next one.
Probably so, yeah.
I like that strategy.
Well, that's going to be trouble.
Yeah. Do you want? I'll loan you 25 grand, and then if you win, I'll get a little interest. If you lose, I'm just going to hold that over your head until you train me to the point where I'm back on the pro circuit,
where you're winning 25 grand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 25 grand in a year, or like in 2 years?
So, depends on the interest rate.
Depends. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. I might take that deal. We'll see.
Okay, I like it. I've got one more question for you.
Go ahead.
What is the significance of buckwheat in your life?
I hate that nickname.
The nickname.
So it is a nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell Matt Wright. He'll use that to needle you and get under your skin while you're playing.
Oh, Matt Wright, Jeff Warnick, both will certainly do that. Maybe even Riley. No, that was that was a nickname from early childhood, just from my sister. I have absolutely no idea why I got that nickname. Especially since I don't really like it that much. But I don't know. She just started calling me that all the time, and then I guess it was catchy enough for other people to start calling me it too. And obviously my family likes to tell everybody all my nicknames and everything, so obviously it's catchy, I guess. I don't know.
So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, JW, because it sounds like you're unaware. If someone gives you a nickname and you hate it, that becomes your nickname. Like, that's it. Yeah. Like, the second you show any animosity towards the nickname given you, that's it. It's locked and loaded.
Yeah, absolutely. I've learned that from a previous experiences now. So I'm just gonna stick with it, I guess.
Okay.
You gotta pretend you can't stand Just Win Johnson.
Stop calling me that.
I'm gonna certainly do that.
Yeah,
absolutely, definitely. I'm gonna really round the whole thing out how I don't like that, for sure.
Love it. All right, Buckwheat. That's all we got.
Oh man. Okay.
Thanks for joining us, dude. This was great. Excited to finally have you on. We've been wanting to get you on here for a while now, so I think people are gonna like this one.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
Thanks, J-Dub. Thanks for the time, and good luck at Beer City. We'll be rooting for you. So go crush it.
All right. Sounds good. I can't wait to play y'all too. It'll be fun.
Yep. That's coming up soon as well. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, guys.